Hello everyone, this is Max from Cinematic Instruments. Today we take a look at one of my new favorites, the Grand Harp. We sampled the Grand Harp with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articulations. Put some nice features in it. And yeah, I want to show you what it sounds like. At first, you just heard plucked. The next one is fingernail. It has a harder attack, but it's really also a soft tone. And next one is pretty interesting. Some of you might know it. It's Près de la table. And it's a special articulation for harp. Près de la table is a technique when you pluck the harp really at where the strings start, at the wood, so it gets a more sharp sound. It's kind of odd, but it's pretty interesting. It might fit in a lot of your compositions. It's really compared to fingernail. Yeah, it's more thin and more interesting. Not just done with an EQ or something, really recorded. Next one is pretty nice. It's called xylophonic. It's basically a muting technique for the harp, and just hear what it sounds like. Really interesting sound. Kind of reminds me of pizzicatos on cello, but as you go to the high notes, you hear that it is a harp. It is more special, but yeah, also kind of interesting. The next one is prepared. As you might know from the deconstructed piano or other instruments, we always try to create a sound that's not, I would say usual. And prepared is basically we added some objects, some clamps on it, so make it sound more unusual. In the deconstructed piano we use screws, and here with the clamps you get a more percussive sound. But here on the harp you can still hear some of the tone, but it gives you a wonderful addition. It can be scary or something. So for those of you who like it a bit more special, we have the prepared. Yeah, the last one is the Harmonics Articulation. It's one of my favorites because it gives you a really soft feel of the harp, especially for intense composition or very emotional. It gets pretty handy. You might know our instrument, the guitar harmonics, and it's kind of similar. It is on the harp. But I think the harp is a wonderful instrument to play flageolets on it. So yeah, let's hear what it sounds like. Yeah, always like that. Yeah, well, let's come to the features. Each of the articulation can be used with this glissando button here. We have an explanation right under it. You could hear it on the intro of this walkthrough when I played it. You basically just use the mod wheel, and the glissando goes up and down in the speed you like. Let's see what it sounds like. It's also really handy when you want to do some really slow glissandos. And this gets really handy when you use it for production, when you draw an automation or something, and then you always have it perfectly in time and fit in your composition, and you you're completely independent with the glissando and can really use it and don't have fixed length as you often have it in instruments. That gets really handy. Before we come to my favorite feature, let's go through the arpeggio and the different reverb types. You see this button here. I can drag the different steps or erase them. I can double the speed or do half-time speed, and we have now the mod wheel not for the glissando, but for the arpeggio velocity. So you can build really smooth transitions when you go down with the mod wheel and make it feel really natural. I really like this. Let's deactivate it again. Over here we have the reverbs. We have a church, stage, chamber, and room. So let's just quickly go through the different sounds. It's real a lot. And this is too less. Yeah, try for the next one. Take stage. I'll use it with Sidophonic. It's a good combination. Yeah, we have chamber. And room. Fits perfect. So we come to my favorite feature, and I think this is what makes this harp really special. It's a cool technique. Here, over here you have the length and this auto knob. So when I switch it off, we can control the length manually. So really short. Or somewhere in between. But what does this little knob do? If I activated it, you can see we're playing one note. It reacts on the velocity, and what this does is that when you play, you get this really natural feel, because the higher notes are often a bit shorter. So not the higher, the notes with the higher velocity are often a bit shorter, and by playing it, it's not just good for production. It's also really nice to play. It has a feel like something like piano, I guess. So So basically, when you play this really emotional pieces or something, it perfectly reacts with the notes, and you get this feel how a harp player would probably do it. And it gets really handy. So just I'll play something, and you just see what this little knob over here does. Going to church. Yeah, so this was the Grand Harp. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. It's really a lot of fun to play, and yeah, check out what your favorite articulation is, and go ahead and try some different combinations. Use the arpeggiator and the glissando. Yeah, and stay tuned for further information. Thank you very much. Bye bye.